All right. Thank you everyone for dedicating time to attend the virtual conference this year. And my name is Dr. Frederick Korir, and with me is Dr. Hatim Yusufali. He's our treasurer. And to my right is Dr. Nyawera Mwangi, who is our committee chair, scientific committee. Um, at this point, we're going to award, give some awards, and you can't do it virtually. It's really difficult. If you're a fan of Roald Dahl in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, you remember in the room, brought out one of the boys with a ray, and suddenly he appeared on the other side. So right now, I wish we had such a thing. I think Dr. Prashant mentioned about a 3D printer. Maybe we need a 3D printer to print some of these awards right on your side. So without much ado, I'd like to welcome Dr. Nyawera to go ahead and present some of the awards. Thank you, Dr. Nyawera.
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Karel. We're very grateful to come to this part of this highlight of the conference, where we talk about what abstracts we had, which was the best, what presentations we had, which was the best. So when we get abstracts, we have a rigorous process of peer review. And in this year, we were looking at several factors. We were looking at the relevance of the abstract. We were looking at the innovativeness. We were looking at the quality and also the level of importance. So when we got the abstracts, our peer reviewers went through them and rated them based on those factors. So from that, we have the best abstract, which this year we are happy to announce that it goes to Dr. Prasant Viresh, who is in India. Thank you for submitting the abstract. We have a wonderful award for Dr. Prasant, which he will be able to get together with a certificate for this presentation. We also had an award for the best oral presentation. Here we listened to all the presentations and they were allotted marks based on the clarity, based on the slides. And for that, we have the best oral presentation, and we have an award for that. The best oral presentation this year goes to Lillian Kwaboka. That's very good. Thirdly, we have also have an award for the best presentation by a resident or trainee, again using the same criteria. We have an award for that. So this year, the award goes to Dr. Beatrice Nyabuga. Again, we are happy for that. So would like to thank everyone who presented their abstracts. They were all very high quality abstracts. Actually, the distinguishing between the very best, we had to really look at them closely because all of them were very good quality. The presentations, they were all very good quality. You will agree with me since you've listened to them. So we wish everyone, it's a win for all of us, and we the presenters whom we have given awards, the very best. Thank you very much. I now welcome Dr. Hatton to give the rest of the awards.
Thank you, Dr. Navira. I'll be presenting 2 awards this year on behalf of OSK. Now, our awards, we do not have any criteria. They're actually nominated by the OSK Council, and we voted and we came up with the awardees. The first award is for Outstanding Allied Health Care Worker. Let me tell you something about the person. She has been working in Sabatia for the past 15 years. She's a low vision and refraction specialist. She heads the low vision program in Sabatia, and she actually runs outreach programs whereby she goes to schools for visually impaired, looks at the children there, and for those who need referral, she actually sends them to Sabatia Hospital. I've spoken to some of her colleagues and they've said that she's a very easy to work with. She's a team player and she's committed and very keen to the patients. And she has been a great teacher to very many. And the award goes to Regina Ondigo, who is a low vision and refraction nurse at Sabatia Eye Hospital. And this is her award. Now, the next award is for the ophthalmologist with the long-standing service award. Now, I don't have much to say about this person. I've tried looking at a lot of things about him, but very hard. Let me put it that way. Uh, he's a doctor who graduated in ophthalmology at the University of Nairobi in 1985. He was initially based in Nairobi and then moved to Eldoret. He has worked in both MTRH, Moi Teaching and Referral Hospital, and Moi University. And I think most of us young ophthalmologists will attest that a lot of us have passed through his hands, through electives as a teaching post with him. He's a very quiet and reserved man, and he's none other than Dr. Joram Wilfred Odede.
Excellent.
This is his award. Uh, the executive committee of OSK will make sure that all these awards reach to the people who have received them. Congratulations to all the awardees. I hand over back to Dr. Korir for the closing remarks. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Hatim and Dr. Nyawera, for the wonderful session on the presentation on awards. I'd like to congratulate all the people who have been awarded. You deserve it. As you've seen, it's a rigorous process to be awarded, and I think you've contributed immensely in ophthalmology. Please continue doing the good work. We could not have awarded everyone. There's so many people who deserve something, and I think next year there'll be more opportunity. This year we did not have a resident best resident award because of the COVID. The university students have not sat for the exams. But next year, hopefully we will have 2 awards in this category so that we cover both of them. So congratulations once more. And in our Woover app, there are 3 people I'd like to mention. They've been very active and interacting using the app. If you've noticed with the app, if you use it, you will get points. And I'd like just to recognize 3 people who've done a wonderful job. This is Dr. Leela Rajpuri from India. You've interacted, I think, with almost everyone and done a really good job, participated in a lot of the sessions. Job. Second person is our own Dr. Nyawera Mwangi. That's great. She's also done the same. And Dr. Mushai Gashago comes in as our third person who is very active. So continue. I see this leaders board keeps changing. It's very dynamic every minute. So just keep participating. We still have the app for the next 3 months. So please keep using it. The theme of this year's conference was blindness eradication beyond vision 2020. And it was many achievements were highlighted that we've achieved over the last 20 years. Dr. Gishangi mentioned about trachoma on its way to being eradicated, and also a triple rise of human resource in our country. There are a lot of ophthalmologists, there are a lot of eye care workers, as well as infrastructure which has been invested. And looking forward, it's beyond Vision 2020. There are more institutions willing to train people. And as we continue with the Vision 2020 pillars building on them, I think the call from a World Vision report was that we need to be patient-centered. It came out really clearly from our conference with the patients' voices and Kenya National Strategy for Eye Care, which was launched yesterday by Dr. Gishangi. A lot came out that a lot of us, we've been investing in eye care, treating the disease. And we've worked hard, we've trained people, we have infrastructure to train disease. But let's not forget about the promotive and the preventive aspects of it, and as well as rehabilitations. Many times as doctors, we tend to treat, and sometimes when we fail, sometimes we are sad, but and then we don't guide our patients what next. And some of our institutions have not invested in that next step for these patients. So one of our patients, if you remember, the glaucoma patients raised the fact that she went ahead and formed a support group. So these kind of things, we need to look at the entire thing holistically. What do the patients really, what matters to the patients? We've had discussions on innovations and from Prashant Girish on better ways of training as technology is moving forward. We have very forward-looking things. We've seen people who've invested in Africa and in Kenya. This University of Alberta. Thank you very much, Professor Damji. You've done a wonderful job. A lot of us, when we read visual fields all the time, we remember your slides as we interpret them. So you've invested in human resource, and I can say it's sustainable, what is going on here. A lot of subspecialties also are coming up. Professor Karimorio clearly stated that we're in the subspecialty area, and over the past years, we've had subspecialties subspecialties being trained. I think the next challenge is for these subspecialties to grow and set up systems that enable them to function well. Invest on those equipments that we need. Cornea people, I think it's high time we had an eye bank. I know it's a process, but that's the next step beyond Vision 2020. Please give us your feedback. There will be feedback at the end of this session. Give us your own feedback. What do you think about it? It's been a new experience for us. Everything may not have gone perfectly. So please, we apologize for that. We will improve. I'm aware that the glaucoma session Q&A did not take place because of technological challenges, but we are going to have that session and then we record it and then post it on YouTube. Also, there have been many sessions that were held concurrently, and you may have missed something that you really wanted to attend. Please, this content is available for the next 3 months. So you can go watch the video that you missed in any subspecialty. Also send your questions. The presenters are also will able to get your questions and respond to them. So please take advantage of this opportunity. The other thing is that if you are not able to register, some of the content will be able to be put on YouTube, and you should be able to watch and be educated as well. It's the beauty of the information age and virtual conference. So for those who've participated as well, we will have certificates and we will mail them to you and CPD points. At the end of the conference, we will calculate how many hours you attended and then be able to award you respectively. I'd like to thank all the attendees who logged in and plugged in and dedicated 2 days of their morning session to just watch our virtual conference. I know some will continue watching them over the time. I'd like to thank you for taking time. For this to happen, there were so many things that had to happen. And one of them is that the speakers themselves had to believe in the idea of virtual conference and be able to send their abstract. So I just want to say thank you and for availing yourself to prepare all the topic and availing yourself to even prepare the topic a lot well in advance and get a recording. I think those worked very well, and we saved a lot of time throughout the sessions because they were already pre-recorded. And so the beauty about the virtual conference is just the timekeeping is really optimal, and also that we get to record all the sessions. Many times you attend a conference and you miss sessions, you can never go back to them. Writing notes, sometimes you lose the notes, but this, we're keeping it for you for future reference, which I think is really a beauty. So I thank you very much to all the speakers who participated, the abstract people, the people who went, the reviewers of the abstracts, the entire scientific committee. I think, Dr. Nyawera, you've done a really beautiful job with your entire committee. Really also want to thank the council, the OSK council. We had many meetings and just make sure that this works. And we've had full support for most of for our council members and also from our members, giving us feedback on how we should move and guiding us to try out this new venture. So thank you very much. Tilvera, headed by Ronnie Mushai, they've done a beautiful job researching on the best app that we could use. And I think they selected well. They've made sure everything comes together. We've had assistants able to help people to log in and sign into the app. And all of them, I think, have been very helpful. We've had hotlines and people have been able to log in. A lot of apologies for those who did not manage to sign in time. But this content, as I said, is going to be available. And our sponsors. Would not have been possible without our sponsors. Getting into this is an expensive venture, and they had to believe in us. And I'd like to recognize all of them, starting with our platinum sponsor, Allergan. As I said yesterday, they have really been supporting us over the last 3 years as our lead sponsor. And I just want to say thank you very much, Allergant, for your support. We had a gold plus sponsor, which, sorry, I forgot to mention yesterday, is Harley's. So Harley's Pharmaceuticals has really also came second, supporting us for this venture. Our Gold Plus sponsors are Bayer Pharmaceuticals, Novartis, and Sai Pharmaceuticals. Thank you very much. We had silver sponsors. These are Orolab, Kings Ophthalmics, Gantmed, and Dower Limited. Thank you very much. Also, along them, we had other people who advertised. And if you go to the app, you're able to download a virtual or an online, a downloadable booklet for the conference. And it has a lot of content about OSK. And also we have some advertisements in there. And those people who supported us as advertisers is Jamjun Pharma, Janta, and Optica. Thank you all for your great, great support. And finally, I'd like to thank Emery Hotel for providing us a place where we can, which acted as a nerve center for the entire conference. And they've been really helpful with the Wi-Fi. That was one thing we really prayed that it works out. And they've provided us consistent, good internet, good room, social distance, enabling us to be safe while we are here. Thank you all for, thank you, Emery Hotel. There are people who I may not have mentioned, but have contributed to this happening. And I just want to say thank you. I know each and every one of us participated. So thank you very much. Please remember to give us feedback on the feedback surveys, which will be on the app. Some of you, we might mail you for us to give us feedback on how it went. I'd like to remind you to visit our website. As I said yesterday, we have enhanced our website in OSK, and we continue to do that. The guidelines that we launched yesterday will be there. And the Kenya National Strategy for Eye Health will also be uploaded. Other things that are there include COVID guidelines that we gave. There's retinoblastoma guidelines. I think ROP guidelines are also there. So many things that are relevant to whoever who's practicing in Kenya will all be uploaded there. We also have a place where you can populate your profile so that we know who are our members and where they are. We hope to enhance this feature in the future. At the moment, also, you're able to see your subscription status, pay your subscription through that website. So make it a habit to visit it. I'll remind you that also we are active on social media. Like our pages, follow us, so that you're able to be engaged on what the OSK is all about. I'd like to also call upon our members to continually support us with your subscriptions. Please pay your subscription in time. It enables us to run. The council needs funds for it to run, and we rely on your subscription. So please always update and pay your subscription. The subscription should be paid by the end of March 31st each year. So please remember that. So for next year, please make sure subscription come in before that time. I'd like to extend a warm invitation to next year's conference. We do hope that this will be physical conference, and we do intend to maintain Mombasa as our destination. It is a warm, beautiful coastal city in Kenya, and you want to be there. We have white sandy beaches, warm water, high sun, and beautiful historic places to visit. You can get to sample our Swahili food and so many other things. On top of that, we will have a good mixture of academic material, and we do hope that happens and COVID goes away. Thank you very much. Without so many things to say, I'd like to declare the conference closed. Thank you for believing in us, and we look forward to seeing you next year. Thank you.
Thank you.